Hello there, every peoples. This is Josh, and we are back once again. This time we are playing Sitting Simulator. I'm looking forward to it, so how about you? 'Cause this is it. As you would expect. You simulate sitting. I gotta say, for just the graphics alone, it's actually pretty nice. The walls, very, very contemporary. Yes, I can tell that. The ceiling's very realistic. It's got that nice little touch to it, to where when they do the brush strokes that come to the tip and it's all very pointy and jaggedy and you want to run your hands across it. I love that. The chair is obviously of maple variety. I think it's maple. It looks maple. Like with and the wood is obviously a hard floor, possibly, I don't want to say a redwood, that's possibly just the varnish that they've used on it. But as with most video games, you have no real body, no legs, none of that. I don't really know what else to say. It's a very, very neat game. This is absolute joy, just sitting here with you all, being able to talk to you all about anything, about just everything and anything, and no, that doesn't do anything. WASD doesn't do anything. You look around with the mouse, can bop our head to the music. I don't know what the music is. It's very, very new age. I would have to say that it's somewhere between electronic and... I don't really know. I don't even know that much about music today. Music today has always just befuddled me. I mean, really has, because you look at some of the songs that are coming out today. I mean, like, you have those songs by, short hair, jacket usually, babyface, someone that you would really want to smack into a wall. Justin Bieber, right, anyway. Yeah, like his songs. You listen to his songs and you're like, I mean his early stuff, and that's all like, you know, really terrible music. And it's written, and it took like 9 or 10 people to write those songs. I mean, that's just... I mean, to each their own, I understand that. I fully understand that. It's just a matter of... where do you draw the line when you're calling this amazing? People are like, you know, doing all sorts of cutting themselves, which is just for Bieber or something like that, which is really disturbing. And people are actually upset that he's leaving the music world when it took 10 people to write one of his songs, and it took 1 person to write Bohemian Rhapsody. Remember that. It took 1 person to write Bohemian Rhapsody. And that's just what really confuses me about today's music, is just that people are so obsessed with it, and it's not even that good. Don't get me wrong, there is a lot of good music in the world today. It's just a matter of trying to find it, really, because you have to skim through so much crap. And it's always the same 4 songs on the radio. They never change it. You're going to be listening to Selena Gomez, and good, more power to her, she's got a good, you know, set of musical skills. And then, the next minute you flip the station, Selena Gomez! It's like, what the heck? I don't understand it. But, you know, music is just... one fast... Oh, the chair moves! Oh, look, watch, we're gonna just gently move it. We have a moving chair! I don't feel safe in this chair. I feel like I'm on tiptoes, and I'm just keeping my tiptoes out of range of the camera. I have amazing ninja-like skills. I am the ninja. And you are my opponent, Floor. You are lava. You are not redwood. You are not any type of wood at all. You are just lava. Beautiful little waves of light, then dark, then... see, they're rolling waves of lava. And I must avoid touching you. There are no doors, only a chair. So I have to stay in here, and we're gonna play a game of Don't Touch the Lava, because that's how you do it. You don't touch the floor. Anyone who didn't play that when they were a kid really had a wasted childhood, I have to say. Just because of the fact that you look at how awesome and simplistic that is, and then you look at something new today, like one of these games that people playing now. I don't even know. I try not to pay attention to them. It's it's that one with it's like you buy these balloons and you shove a straw up this balloon that has a smiley face and he's smiling while you're just shoving it right up there, and it's just, and I don't know what you do. I think that's how it's played. I don't honestly remember. I saw the commercial once, maybe twice. I don't even know if I saw it even recently. But point is, you take the straws and you just sort of shove them up there, and I think that you blow into it or something, or no, you have to blow a certain number of times, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which I feel like would be easy to cheat at. I don't know. It's possible. You know, it's just one of those games. And I mean, back in the day, I sound so old like that, we had to walk 15 miles uphill in the snow to get a game of Monopoly, and it didn't even come with money! That's how old I am. I live in dust. My kidneys are dust. And my belly button isn't even a belly button anymore, it's just lint. Leftover lint from other belly buttons. That's all I have to remember my friends by, because they turned into belly button lint. That's how old I am. I'm not actually that old. I'm only 23, if I remember correctly. 23. I am 23, right? Wait a second. What year is this? Right. Okay. So, yeah, 23. Oh, not that bad. A few months in. I was actually born on the Mexican Day of the Dead, which is pretty cool. And people say there's a difference. Yeah, Spain celebrates it on the 1st of November, and Mexico celebrates it on the 2nd of November. There you go. You have the Day of the Dead in Spain and Mexico, but mine is the one in Mexico. But that's fun. I just learned something recently. Mexico recently changed its name to Mexico. Yeah, that's crazy, right? Its name wasn't Mexico. It was the United States of Mexico. And that's what I find just really fascinating, just finding things that you didn't know before. Because that's always good. It's always good to keep you on your toes that way. Because apparently it was the United States of Mexico, but no one calls it that, and it's not even on the globes. So they were just like, screw it, people are gonna mess up our name, we might as well just accept it. Which, you know, I mean, Russia had something like that, and so did a few other countries. Actually, a lot of countries, not just a few. The only ones that I can really see on the globe, as far as I remember, that still have long names like that are the United Republic, wait, no, it's the Democratic Republic of the Congo and the United States of America. Other than that, I can't really remember that many other countries that have long names. Oh, the United Arab Emirates, but they always just abbreviate it. But that's pretty neat. I thought that was really cool. Countries fascinate me, you know? Countries are just there to be awesome, do their thing. If I had to pick a favorite country, I don't know what it would be. Sealand's pretty cool. Sealand is like this little country off the coast of England, but it's not actually a country. It's made out of these old naval forts that England had, and these people moved in and just like, hey, we own this, and the government of England was like, okay, whatever. And it's so cool because now it's just this little amalgamation of naval huts, and they have their own money, and they have their own flag, and that's cool. I think that they have their own money. I don't know if... That would be weird if they still use the pound. It's sort of like when Quebec wants to break away from Canada, and they want to keep the, What do Canadians use? They have, I mean, I know that we call it the Canadian dollar, and we have Canadian nickels always because someone doesn't check when they're giving you change, and then they have to give you that, and it's annoying because you're like, because, yes, they didn't catch their mistake, but the next person that you try to give it to will catch their mistake, and then you're going to have to explain your way out of using another country's money to buy bubblegum in a federal court, and then you're going to be sitting there just like, and that's not going to fly in federal court. Don't try that excuse. I remember trying that. That wasn't working. I like court when it's not me in it. I mean, you know, if I'm in it and I'm one of the spectators just sitting back watching it, that's cool. I like that. Court's kind of fun when it's not you that could be fried in the end of it, because, hey, you get to watch it happen to other people. And that's the thing that I find so fascinating about humanity, is that it loves to watch other people suffer when they're suffering. That's the only reason that people, I think, watched Jersey Shores, because those people were so god-awful that people needed to feel better about themselves that way. But I mean, why would you want to watch reality TV to do that? I mean, you could just as easily watch the news and feel better about yourself. I mean, there was this one story recently in our area. I told Jake, and he was like, no! No! What it was this guy. First of all, you have to understand, this guy is huge, big, burly. He could have been in the baseball leagues and taking steroids. He was just that big and muscular and roundedy armed and big and muscular-y. And he killed his father in a very unconventional way. He killed his father by atomic wedgie. For those of you who don't know what that is pulling someone's underwear over their head, like literally while they're still in it, pull it over their head. And I forget whether it like snapped his neck or he suffocated in his own underwear. Either way, that is a terrible way to go. And I'm just wondering, at what point do you stop and just say, I am giving my father an atomic wedgie that will end his life? Because that's something that you never think about. I mean, I think about it now that that story has happened, but then again, I'm not trying to kill my father with his underwear. And that makes me the better person, so, I think that that's the greatest thing that anyone can do. Be the better person. This lava's just rolling up. I don't know whether it's the sleeping medication I've been taking lately, or if I'm just really tired or something like that, but the floorboards look like they're moving. Like they're slowly like, whoa, 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 just like ever so slightly. And that frightens me a little bit. That's okay though. I'm enjoying it. No lava's gonna knock me off. What if that's why the chair's moving? Because the lava is... The chair's just dancing. Oh my god, I just realized I'm reunited with Chair, because Chair's not helped me a lot, but now he's finally helping me. Me and him, in an everlasting struggle, Chair and Josh adventures. Adventure, Josh and Chair together forever in this non-lava land of lava that we can stand on and not be hurt. Or I can't. Chair's already lost the game. He's dead. But I am using his corpse to float along the rivers of lava. Because that is what friendship is. Friendship is standing on your buddy's corpse while it dissolves in lava. And if you think otherwise, then you probably don't think the same way I do. Exactly. You know what? And that's okay, because that's what life is all about. Realizing your own ideas. Realizing that you are your own person and that you can do anything to make yourself happy. And that is golden. Like this chair. This chair looks, well, actually, no, it looks sort of, I mean, there's hints of gold with a little bit of tan and brown, some green in there. Ooh. This is an old chair. Chair is old. Chair has been around since one of our very first videos, if I remember correctly. Indeed he has. He's a good little chair. Who's a good little chair? Who's a good little chair? You are. You are. Yes, you are. Oh, he's just shaking. He's so happy. Okay. Oh my goodness. I mean, I'm really curious as to how I got into this room to begin with. I feel like there has to be a backstory to this. You know? There has to be. Maybe I was teleported into this dimension. Maybe it's actually designed by aliens and my entire corporeal form was sent into this room to test out my sanity. That is fun. I like that. I like testing out my sanity, because that's always a neat way of passing the time. You know what's even better? Trying to see if you're saner than the people around you. I think that's neat. Because, hey, you know, that's always a good way to pass the time, and it makes you mentally stronger, I think, if you question your own sanity. That's always nice. But this is puzzling. Could it be that I was sitting here and they constructed it around me as some sort of like a Houdini get out in time before you run out of air, which, at the rate I'm talking, will probably be very, very soon, type of magic trick where I have to break out somehow. I don't know how I'd do that. I could rip up the floorboards, maybe, with my nails. Or I could use Chair. Chair has jaggedy edges. I could use him to plow up the wood, and then I could whack my way through That sounds nasty. I'm not gonna whack my way through anywhere. What else is there that we could do in here? I mean, tiptoeing on Chair. Oh, I'm a ballerina. Okay, that was circus music, but it still works. I wonder if there's any hidden messages in here, like, you know, because there are some hidden games, I mean, there are hidden messages in some games that are just there to blow your mind, like, in one of the Grand Theft Auto games, there's this museum that you go into, it's an art museum, and there's literally Fabergé eggs. You found Easter eggs in the game. There's also like the Hell People of Death Valley in Mario Galaxy, or was it Mario Sunshine? I forget which one. I think it was Mario Sunshine. And like these creepy little shadowy people are just staring down at you. It's so weird. But you have to like magnify in on them to really like get a good glimpse. And then there's those 6 creepy children in World of Warcraft in Elwyn Forest that are standing in the shape of a pentagram. They're in a room all by themselves, just standing there with a version of with a little clip of music that is nowhere else in the game. They specifically spent time making a creepy sound effect for this one room, and that makes no sense until you realize, hey, they enjoy it. But I think that the greatest Easter egg of all is in, I think it's Windows Word 95 or Excel 95 or 97. Point is, there's a lot of theories out there that say that Bill Gates is like the Antichrist or something like that, and if you go in there and you type in a certain file name and click new and type it in there and then you click enter, a new window will pop up and it's this program that opens called the Hall of Tortured Souls. That is cool. And you go through it and there's faces going down a waterfall of data, and it's so cool! I like that type of stuff. I want to try a Ouija board. This looks like it would be the perfect room to try out a Ouija board in. No one else wants me to try it out. They're all like, don't do it, dude. Don't do it. Even my most scientific-y friends are just like, dude, don't do it. And I'm just like, I ain't scared of no Ouija board. I ain't scared of no spirity people just coming into my room. I bet there's spirity people in here right now, just staring at me, talking to a webcam. Yep, just standing behind me. That's the one thing, though. Why do ghosts just stand? That's all they ever... I mean, see, that's the one thing that makes me sort of a skeptic about the whole thing, is just like... They're always just standing. That's all that they do. It's just like... That's all that they ever do in any of these photographs of them that you see. And that just bothers me. Why are there no ghosts back there that are just whacking it off, like in the background of the photo? That would make good... I mean... Of course, that would certainly explain why no one's tried to bring it forth as evidence. They would be like, you think people are going to take us seriously with this photo? I don't think so. I think ghosts are cool, and I think the concept of them are cool. That's why I love traveling. I love adventuring into abandoned places. I love urban exploration, as shown by that video game that I played, Urban Exploration Incident Number 1. But yeah, Urbex is actually really fun if you have a very urban environment, like we do, like with Richmond, and there's tons of old buildings that you can just go walking straight into, and hey, look at this! We're gonna be showing you some of that in the future. I forget when, but we will, because it's so neat. There's like this one thing that you go into, and it's like this giant waterfall, and it's got, like, the only way through it is through this little porthole, and you climb through that, and there's just like water gushing down on all sides, and it's going into this ginormous hole in the ground. It's so cool. The hole in the ground is just this, it's about half the size of this room, the hole is, and there's just this broken ladder just up through it, and it's so fascinating, and I want to know more about it. But, you know, we're not supposed to be on the property to begin with, so they're certainly not going to have any little signs like, hey, for those of you who were just insulting to our rules of not coming here to, you know, just come on in. We're not going to give you any signs. We're not going to do that. We're not that nice. Urban exploration's fine. I don't think that they would really object to that, as long as you don't go around, like, you know, breaking anything. Because, hey, you preserve it for other people. I like preserving things. Pickles are good. They're preserved. I don't like preserved food that much, except for mac and cheese. Oh my god, I could bathe in mac. Okay, no, that would be bad. Cheese holds heat very well. I take back what I just said. You didn't hear me say anything. Day 67 in the room. Chair is looking at me rather ravenously. Through his bars, I see no bars. I see no floor. I see the hungry, red, mad, ravenous rage and hunger of a chair, and it wants to eat me. Its corpse in the lava. It wants to eat me. Oh dear God, this room. The The walls are really rather nice. I have to say, whoever decorated this place did a fairly nice job, with the minor exception of the... Well, actually, I just realized something. We have primary colors for the room, so red floor, blue walls, and yellow ceiling. And I like thinking about it. So let's... I mean, when you look at it, the walls have a bit of a very gentle baby blue feel to them, so this could be a room that was a study. But then they put in this new wallpaper, and they're converting it for a baby! Yeah! What if that's the mystery of this room? It's a baby, it's a future baby's room, because when you look at it, the floor doesn't say baby, the ceiling doesn't say baby, the walls are the only thing that seems different that would not go with either the floor or the ceiling, because they go together, but the wall doesn't. So that could be that because they had to quickly get ready, because the wife probably just was like one day, hey honey, I'm pregnant, and the man was like, oh god, there goes my study. I don't know anyone who owns a study. Or maybe, you know what, maybe they're adopting. Maybe they finally got their adoption. Maybe their adoption that they couldn't have went through, and now they're finally getting the kid, but it's a little kid, a little boy, so they have to quickly just scramble together to make a room. That's the room. I'm reading a little too far into this. Well, actually, no, I've only read this. Sitting Simulator. Press ESC to quit. Escape. I don't want to escape yet. Because if I do escape, that means I'm a quitter. See, that's what I'm getting here. Press escape. If I escape, I quit. Which means that I can't give up. If I give up, the terrorists win. That's how it works in our neighborhood, buddy. There's terrorism everywhere. I don't like it. Nope, not one bit. Because when you look at terrorists dead in the eyes, you only see one thing. Eyes. And that could mean that they're anybody. Anybody. Even one of you viewers. You could be a terrorist and I could not even see it coming. I will stand here in this chair and defend this room for freedom and America and pie and hot dogs and puppy dogs and hot puppy dogs and oh god, they're gonna think that I'm not American if I can't think of an American thing. What's an American thing? What's an American thing? What's a... Ford! Ford is American. Ford is American. I drive a Ford. Little do they know that I drive a Volkswagen, and that will not be divulged. No, no, no. It's true, I do. A Volkswagen bus. It's a cute little thing. A blue Volkswagen-y bus from 1965. It is my blue box, and I love it. And it's sitting out in the cold and the rain right now. I wish I could invite it in for tea, but there's the thing. Cars don't drink tea, and that is a travesty. I feel like if we could turn tea into fuel, that would make everything so much better in this world. It would just be so... I mean, that would be awesome, but then that would also mean that there might be a tea shortage someday, and I don't want that, because I want tea for me. So, screw the planet, I want my tea. Oh my goodness. There's a 3! There's a... No, there's a... Wait, no, that's a 2. That's a 2! That's a 2! And there's an S. S2. There's a 4 right there, what looks like a 4. 4S2. 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 4S2, 4S2, 4S2. S and 2 means is you. 4 is you. I am 4. Or it could mean is for you. This room is for me. I don't know. That's a possibility. Okay, 4S2. Okay, the 4 is sort of not even really there, it's just sort of scribbled in, but the S is backwards, so that's... Oh, but that's actually a 3, so that's 2, 3. But there's no 1. Where's the 1? I am the one. I am the one who was chosen to look here at this floor. It's so beautiful. Anyway, where was I? Oh, right. Planet. This is our planet, our home, our salvation, our world. It's really fun. It's a fun little world. Sure, we have, you know, war and famine and genocide and, where was I going with this? Right, but it is our world, and it's our responsibility to take care of it, no matter what the consequences. If that means dumping a few old people into the garbage just to make them more into food for the rest of us to eat because the rest of us are too fat and are gushing up all the food, and then the rest of us are having too many children to support on this planet, hey, that's fine, push the old people into the wood chippers and, you know, give me an old person dog. I feel like it would taste a lot like medicine. They look like birds now! Look at that! They're birds. So we're fleeing, we're flying, we're trying to get... Oh, they're arrows! Look, if I look at this way, it looks like an arrow. Several arrows pointing that way. So that's the way out. The right wall. And that's the way that you face, so if you face right, that is the right way. The right way out is there, to the right. Haha! No, couldn't be. But this is a really interesting little game, I have to say. Whoever made it certainly did spend enough time on it. The ceiling is really nice. I honestly feel like someone must have taken an actual photo of the ceiling and just, you know, plastered it across there. Because that is just really nice. That is... The wall leaves something to be desired, but that's mostly because there's writing all over it. Graffiti, so to speak. Typed graffiti. Typed graffiti. I am a program in the computer. This is the mainframe, and I am me. The floors are nice. I do have to take issue with the length of the boards, though. Other than that, I like this. It's relaxing, it's calming, it's got good music. What more could you want? I'm in a chair right here, so I'm in a chair pretending to be in a chair. I'm living the American dream. I am doing nothing while sitting in a chair. That's not a chair, it's a video game while sitting in a chair. I feel like I've reached American nirvana with that. I really do. Sincerely, I feel like I've reached American nirvana. If you're able to sit in a chair and just play a video game about you just pretending to be in a chair, that is brilliant, I think, would be the term for it. Brilliant would be the... No, I meant lazy. Lazy would be the term for it. It is lazy and slovenly. But that's okay. That's what it's all about. Enjoying your chair. A man in his chair, a boy in his chair, chair and a boy and the chair together forever, just being the best of friends, because Jake is gone. Jake, as some of you may or may not know, will soon be going into the military. Yes, but he is trying to get in as a linguist, which would be cool. So he wouldn't be near gunfire, which I would be okay with, but he would be going to California. Yeah, there is that. I would miss him a lot. But he would still be here for things. I mean, if he did do that, what we would be doing then is recording a ton of videos. A metric ton. Just like literally spend a week doing nothing but staring at this computer screen and pumping them out. Because that way it would be like he was still here, it would be like he had never left. And I know you may be thinking, where would be the quality in them? We wouldn't lose it. Because that would be two best buddies spending every single second together to try and do what they love to do. And that is amazing. You know what would be really amazing is if someone would bring me tea. I would love tea. Tea is good. Tea is my favorite drink. Jake and I are very opposite-y in that way. He's a coffee person. I'm more of a tea person. He likes violence. I'm more of a what's the term for it? A coward. Yes, that's it. That would be the word. I am the coward. Surprisingly, considering that I'm generally the one that runs into rooms in this game, in these types of games. Not this game. I ran into this room and now I can't get out of it. But usually he's the one that sits back inside of his shirt like a turtle. Which actually is the best tactic I could imagine. I am carrying my turtle through this, my awkward turtle and the boy and the turtle of the shell is in the shell, and the boy carrying the turtle in his shell to victory. That is what it's all about. No, sorry, it's all about getting scared for the amusement of random strangers. Right, that's what I meant. Because that's what this is all about. Schadenfreude. Schadenfreude. And of course, Germany had to be the ones to come up with a word for it, is the amusement gained from the suffering of others. Those of you who have seen us play horror games or rage games, you have experienced Schadenfreude. Or we would hope that you have, that's why you keep coming back. Please don't leave us. Please don't leave us. But it is Schadenfreude. Schadenfreude is being able to enjoy someone else's misery to become your pleasure. Yes, that's what I meant. Sadism is very much the same thing. I guess it is. That's more just getting off to people's pain, but schadenfreude is laughter. You're laughing at their pain. Ha 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 ha. Well, I mean, I guess it could be the same. They're not the same thing, but they sort of coincide. Words are difficult. But point is, that's what it is. This chair, it is my only friend. I look around me, and there is nobody there. That's okay, though, because I have you all to keep me company forever and ever inside of this room. Or not, really. You could have stopped playing the video by now. In fact, if you're smart, you probably did. Those of you who are insane, however, have probably continued to watch the video along with me, and for that, I appreciate you all the more. This is my world now. The world of the chair, the world of the room. The room is my world, and the chair is my spaceship. Wait, no, spaceship, Earled. Okay, wait, world, not Earled. I Earled my world at the space chair. Yes, that is poetry. In motion. Actually, it's not in motion. Well, I guess you could call it motion if I'm twisting left and right like this, but other than that, it's really just standing still. I think he's inching somewhere. Is he inching? No, he's not inching. There has to be a way of propulsing. Not propulsing. There has to be a way of achieving propulsion here. There has to be. I mean, because otherwise there would be no point in including this chair. It's just there. The chair. Me and the chair. The chair and me. I am the chair because I do not know where we are going. We could go to any planet in the solar system, but we sit in the chair instead. Because the chair is the captain's chair, and the captain's chair is the chair for the captain, which is me. I am the captain, me, the captain is me, in the chair of the captain's chair is mine, because I am the captain in his chair. Right. There's a hidden message, I know it. It's something that I'm not seeing. I don't know why. No. Maybe it's an omen about the apocalypse. It could be. Then again, it could just be graffiti on a wall. Maybe some game developers put it in there to try and give me some direction as to what I'm playing and how to leave if I get bored. Nah. But I do like the primary color scheme, though. It is very comforting. Tongue, what you doing? It is very comforting. I love this room. Oh, look at the chair. The chair is so cute and fluffy. It's not fluffy, it's a chair. Look at the floor. The floor is so... Oh, screw it. Oh, my goodness. Am I going mad? I'm not going mad. Do you think I'm going mad? I don't think I'm going mad. Although, there is the possibility of it. Madness is merely just another state of mind, really. And it's up to you to determine whether you've achieved it. Because one person's madness is another man's sanity. I don't like how I worded that. One person's madness is another person's sanity. No, that sounds good. That sounds good. I like that. I didn't like it that it was just man's exclusive sanity. That didn't sound right. It never does sound right when you're just trying to be exclusive about that. I like being inclusive. Inclusive personality. I mean, that guy from the Austin Powers movies who kept screaming, "Get in my belly," he was very inclusivist. He was so inclusivist that it was, quite frankly, a little inhuman and borderline cannibal. But that's okay. We like cannibals. I met a cannibal once, I think. Either that or just someone who really liked to bite people. Oh, we're closer to this wall. That's what I was going to say. Right. We're further from that wall, closer to this wall. And that's the mystery. I've broken the mystery of this room. And it seems like I can inch closer to that. No, never mind. But I am farther from that wall and closer to this wall. I have broken the riddle. I've broken the mystery. You can quit the game now. You can turn off. I've already solved your riddle. No, it's still there. I have no idea what I'm even doing anymore. It's really just become a matter of just trying to stay alive. Staying alive. Staying alive. Oh, 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 oh. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. Okay, I did not keep up with the letters there at all. I tried to trace them. It didn't work. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. See, that's the one that I did not ever get, because Y is symmetrical, M is symmetrical, A is symmetrical. Then you have C, which you look like a moron if you do it the other way. You really do. That bothers me. I don't like looking like a moron. Which is why, of course, why I'm doing this. You know that, of course, because this is the intelligent decision. This is the quest that only a genius could possibly handle. For those of you who were possibly curious, our frame rate is 60 frames per second. And that is as good as it gets. I think so. Floor looks nice. Could use a bit of a polishing. It looks like it's also getting a bit dry. They could revarnish that. It would look nice. But you know, that would require effort. And that is something that they don't want to have. No, no, no. Chair, you look terrible. You look like one of those old school chairs that had all these weird carvings in them. For no reason. I never understood those people. Who carves their name into a chair? Yes, I am high and mighty. I am superior, and they will remember me because my name is in a chair. Every time you sit, you're sitting on me. I guess in a way that... Well, I guess if... But it... Nope, not even gonna go there. I tried, and I said no. But I still don't understand who does that. Who just... I mean, I understand graffiti, because a lot of graffiti is really artistic. It's got such depth to it, it's got all these different shades, and it's got different levels, it's got a foreground and a background, even though it's just one small comprised image. And some of them are just sheerly for the sake of saying, hey, here's graffiti! But that's not classic, that's not creative, that is a basic font. I don't even know what font that is. That certainly does not look like Helvetica, and I am just glad, I am glad that it is not Comic Sans. I despise Comic Sans. This looks more like Arial. Is it Arial or Arial? I've never really come to that decision, and no one's ever told me that one. I mean, I've heard the pronunciation of Helvetica, Gothic, all these different text terminology and font terminology, but no one has ever told me whether or not it's Arial or Arial, and that's what it looks like. It looks like a cheap knockoff of Helvetica that's just trying to get noticed, and you know what? I don't notice you at all. I notice press escape to quit, because that's... Ooh, that sort of shifted. It looked like it did. Maybe I am just going crazy. That's okay. You all can go crazy with me. But there's the true mystery of it all. Press escape to quit. Why? Why would I want to escape and quit? Is that just... And here's the other thing, look! The boards are slanted. That's the other thing I'm just beginning to notice. The boards in this room are slanted towards that wall. And I guarantee you right now, as I speak, the creators of this game have been monitoring me from space, man! And they're gonna zap my brain, and they're gonna kill me, man! Or not. I guarantee you they probably aren't. Do you know why? Because this is Sitting Simulator. Sitting Simulator. It is there, in front of me, and I see it with my own two eyes. Except I don't see that because it's in Arial or Arial or whatever you want to call it, and there is my escape, which is also my damnation. Dalmatian. Why is that not something? Why is that... I want... right now, more than anything, as of this freckle, I want a damnation Dalmatian. I feel like that is what Cerberus was. Cerberus was not a, what was he again? I know that he was three-headed, but I feel like there was a specific breed of dog. I think that he was a Dalmatian. I really do. But no one would ever draw a three-headed Dalmatian because that would look silly. It'd just be silly. So, Cerberus was a damnation Dalmatian. I like that. That's a really... I like it when I do that. Oh my goodness. That alliteration, though. I swear, goddamn, that boy's got some major alliteration. Sitting Simulator. I see. Silt. I'm looking at C-L-T... Silt. Moir. That's what's left behind. Silt moir. 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 Nope, not getting the message. Sorry, I'm paying more attention to this than I am to this. Not to this, but to this. To this, not to this. Because that is the devil! What if that was the secret all along? But yes, the boards are slanted. Look at them. If I face the corner, there's such a curve to the corner that the boards just keep going straight and it doesn't look right. This wall is crooked. I'm not in a square room. I'm in a freaking trapezoid! Oh, goodness. My life is a lie. All this time I thought I was in the square room. But now I've come to learn the truth. The sad, sad truth of it all is, I don't even live in a square house. I live in a trapezoid. Some failed dodecahedron with uneven corners, except for 2, and then the other 2, and that's not even like a square or a rectangle. Their degrees are completely off. It's too oblong and too acute, and that bothers me because they are not a cute angle at all. They are an ugly angle. They are quite obtuse to me. Except for the fact that they're not, they are technically acute. And I have to state that, otherwise it's gonna bug me! Life is so tragic when you live in a trapezoid. One day you wake up and you live in a happy-go-lucky life. And then some red floorboards just gotta lava their way in. And you gotta kill your best friend, the chair, and stand on his corpse until you die. Because this lava is very slow burning. I've got the burners on slow right now to give us that nice little simmer. It's going to be on the bottom there. As you can see now, we've got a nice golden brown glaze on the chair. Now you want your chair to have a nice golden brown glaze when it goes into the lava because it will come out beautiful, darling. I'm just letting you know that right now. It is going to be scrumptious. Now, if you want to add some real flair, I recommend some blue. Blue is a nice contrast to the red. Because if you look on the color wheel, they are complete and total opposites of each other. Remember that, children. And now, we're going to add in, yes, some letters. I know it's a risky move in this cooking business, but I gotta tell you, I've tried them before. Now, normally, I would go with the organic letters, but today, we unfortunately had to go with Arial or Rail! But that's okay, because we're going to get away with this because we have added in some of this nice mysterious font right here. I don't know which one that is. It looks very nice, though. It's crystal clear. It's easy to read. It's a nice thin font. You want them to be nice and thin, unlike this fat one up here. That's not a rail at all. It's way too fat to be a rail. I don't know what you are. I don't know how you got on this wall. But I will reach you, and I will paint over you. The ceiling, on the other hand, you're going to want to go with a nice baby vomit crossed with hobo urine color, because that's really what we want to go for in this day and age. You want it to look like it's dripping off right into someone's face. They want to look up and be like, I'm going to be hit baby vomit and hobo urine at any moment. And that is the level of quality that we want to give to you. The border I'm just noticing. How am I just noticing that nice little wooden border? Oh god, it's made out of chairs, brother, table. Oh no. That's why Chair keeps shivering. He has to look at his brother no matter which way he turns. There he is. And he can't look up because he'll get hit with baby poop or vomit and hobo urine. Oh, life. Such is life. You sit in the flame and you feel it burn you underneath of your butt. And you listen to the sweet crackle of your dead friend's corpse as he has to gaze around at the baby vomit and hobo urine and hope that his brother has been put to good use. His brother was trying to get out, you know. Didn't make it. He made it to the wall. And that's all that he could do. I can't believe it. He's gone. Oh, I never knew him and I didn't like him when I did. That made sense. Because I have caught an explosive case of amnesia! Not the Dark Descent or a Machine for Pigs, but full-blown amnesia! These walls, they vex me. I'm just noticing, they have these cute little dots in them. No! You know what the wall looks like? It looks like a mattress. It does. It looks like there's those little, like, perfect little diamonds that, like, dip into it, like the edges are like these little dips in it, and it has those buttons. Okay, mattresses don't have buttons, but couches do, so it looks like one of those blue couches with a floral design and the little buttons. There we go. We have plastered our walls with sofa lining. That's what we go for here on this show, because this is It's Jake and Josh, and we only go with high quality. This corner looks like it's going out, like there's a slim little way of going through it. I feel like we could be able to if we just tried hard enough. But you know, that's not going to happen. That is not going to happen. No, not at all. Which is why I have to say, this is, without a doubt, one of the best houses we've made so far. It's delicious, it's comforting, it's made out of a couch, baby urine, hobo vomit, lava, and the dead remains of Chair's brother, and that is why we love it. Because it keeps getting better. This room is, for all intents and purposes, our known universe. That is the... what do you call it? Oh god, it's that Roman story about the people who sit in the cave and they stare at the wall, at the pretty doodles, and then someone's like, hey, let's go outside. What if there's something outside there that's even better? And they're like, nah, couldn't be. You go, man. And then like he goes out there and he just sees the world for what it is. It's beautiful and expansive and just ever growing, and there's life in it that they never knew about, and he runs back to tell them about it, and he's like, you gotta see this, there's blah 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 blah, and they kill him because he's exposing the conspiracy for what it is. And this room is our conspiracy. This room is our universe. And if I go out, what if that's why Chair's why if that's why Table is lined around there? He came back to tell Chair, and Chair did it. Chair is shaking rather suspiciously. Chair, did you kill your brother and plaster him around the room? Let's just stare at the wall. No more questions. There will be no questions between us. We will just accept that you murdered your only brother. I mean, when you look at the wall, it really does tell you this entire place is slanted. It vexes me. Quite so. I am in a baby vomit, hobo pee, coutress-lined, dead table bordered, lava-filled room that is in the shape of a trapezoid with graffiti on the walls, fat font up there, thin comforting font down there for the salt and pepper effect to bring it in all together, and I am its prisoner. And that's all that I have to know. Because if I go out there, that's dangerous thinking. I don't want that. I might start to ask questions and learn. And then where would I be? I would have an open mind and start to become accepting of things. Things that I might, as a rational human being, have been accepting of all along. But what's the point in that? When you could just live your life in ignorance. When you could just choose to refuse facts and figures and allow yourself to become a slave to ignorance. I much rather that. It's much simpler, and it's a happier life. It's true, though. People who, I think, what was it? It was people with higher IQs or something. It's just people who know more are also more depressed. Smarter people are depressed more. And I guess that makes sense, because they know more of the bad stuff, and people who don't, sort of don't, so they just sort of live in a pie-in-the-sky type of world, except for what happens to them. It's bizarre. The human mind is an amazing thing, I think. I mean, think about that. I have been able to come up with how many conspiracies about this room so far. That wall is going to try and ram at us, judging by the shape of that. But I mean, that's just another one. That's what the human mind can do. It can let you just go wild. And that's why this game is amazing. It relies on you and your imagination alone. That's what makes it so great. You have to decide what's going to happen. Could that wall come and smash me? Because it looks like it could slide along those things. Sure it could. Could I fall into that and literally be burned to alive because it's actually lava that just happens to have a very nice line shape to it from the constant burning and rolling? Yeah, sure. Could that actually be baby vomit and hobo urine, and it could splash all over me and I could get a horrible disease from it and die? Yes. Could those well, the couch cushions couldn't do anything, but Chair could strangle me and then border me along there. I could be the ceiling one. I would be above his brother. I am higher and mightier than his. This wall is slanted. That's shorter. That's higher. This trapezoid is really beginning to bug me. But at the same time, I love it because it's become my universe. It's allowed me to open up my mind to all that there is, and all that there is this room. You understand that, don't you? Those of you who are still watching, those of you who are crazy enough to not turn off the quit button, maybe you're in the bathroom, because tonight was taco night and you had the idea that let's go with the spicy refried beans instead of the regular. Maybe you're here because you're lonely. Maybe you're here because you have no one else tonight. Much like me, I am here alone, in this room, with Chair. In my chair. In that chair. Pretending to be in that chair from my chair here. Maybe you just are one of those drifters who go around from YouTube video to YouTube video, spreading your good word, like idiot, and why is this on here? Get this video off YouTube, and of course the ever popular first. Yes, spreading your wisdom to all those that seek it. I understand, I know, I believe in you, I believe in what you have accomplished. But you know what? I believe in the room. I believe in this trapezoid of lava and couch and urine and vomit and graffiti and all that. Because I believe... Oh, and Dead Table. Dead Table too. Dead Table is there. He is there. We can't forget about him. So to all of you, whoever you are, thank you for tuning in. I don't know why you tuned in. I feel like the reasons might actually frighten me. I feel like I might be inclined to call your psychologist. Despite everything that I've just said, I might be calling a psychologist on you for watching this video. But I won't, because I care. I don't judge. I'm here. And so is Chair. He won't murder you, unless you try to explain reason and facts and figures and science and history to him, because, hey, we would like to live without those things, because those try to make reality no longer a fantasy. Exactly. This is our fantasy. Right here. Right, Chair? Exactly. Chair knows. He's here for me. Are you all here? I know that you're here. I mean, if you've watched this far clearly, then you realize that you're still here. Or maybe you're not. Maybe you are one of those people that thinks that we're all in someone else's dream. You know, a stoner. But that's okay. To each their own. I don't care what you smoke, snort, chew, blow? Sure, why not? You can blow whatever you want. You can blow it all day long. You can blow it till the cows come home, and I can tell you one thing. It's not going to change. You can blow till they're whistling, "Oh, come all ye faithful," and I will still love you just the same. Oh, this is just such a lovely day. Or night. It's night. I actually did not even bother to check. It is night now. And that scares me because I've been on here for, how long? 52.5 minutes. And why? It could be because my pants are too tight. Maybe it's because my shoes weren't on quite right. Or maybe it's because my heart is 2 sizes too small. Or it might be just because all the good places that I want to go to get something to eat are closed, which is bad because everyone knows that people are awake past... There's no clock in here. That's not good. Okay, that's fine. Well, no working clock anyways. But still, this has been my prison. This is where I live. This is the DMV. This is the Army MEP station. This is detention. This is the SATs. And it is my prison, just as you all have your own. Of course, you all call yours jobs, something that I should have. I'm just kidding, I do have. For those of you who also don't know, Jake and I have been hosting video game tournaments. Those have been fun until, well, we were having fun with them until, you know, there was a shooting at one of the places. That was not our fault, I would like to remind and reiterate. We, in no way, were responsible for the possible fatal shooting of someone who was at a place that we happen to frequent. That aside, we have been looking into new places to host little video game tournaments, and those are fun. I mean, what's better than that? I want to have an Atari night. That would be fun. Basic Atari games. That would be cool. Because Ataris are classics. Just like this. This has become an instant classic. It is the tool to feed your imagination, to lift you up out of the cinders, and to bore you anew, just like a phoenix rising out of flames and death, to burn brightly once again. My theatrical side comes out when I'm locked in a trapezoid. Can't say that I've ever been in one before, but I'm assuming that's what happens when I get trapped in trapezoid. It's... oh my goodness, I'm just realizing the pun. It's a trap! A zoid. Bad puns are what I live for. Hey, Cher, I bet you floored your brother. Huh? Huh? Yeah, I bet you, yeah, I did. Yeah. Oh, I bet you did. Oh, goodness. You know what I wouldn't simulate? Your love life! Oh! Chair! Well, poor Chair. He doesn't get any. And he's always got wood. Oh, goodness. This is so terrible. Oh, please, someone stop me. No, really, stop me. This is getting a little intense, and I'm getting quite frightened. You know, to tell you the truth, I haven't even bothered to check what I'm wearing. I am wearing a lovely shade of invisibility. That's what I like. Wow, come on, where's our feet? Where's our feet? Our toes have to be somewhere. So, to recap, we are invisible. We are an invisible ballerina holding a camera, just keeping our feet out of frame. And then we are dancing around on a chair who has slain his brother, used him as a border in this trapezoid house, which is diagonal floors, an off ceiling which is slanted at this end but higher at that end. We are moving ever closer to this wall right over here. Chair is having a seizure. That wall is going to slam towards us at any minute because of those little obvious creases. There's graffiti on the wall. The top font I don't like. It's too thick and boring. This font is okay. It's comforting. It's got a little bit of ruffle to it. I like that. Both are sans serif fonts. Neither one of them is Arial or Arail, which we haven't figured out how to pronounce. The floor is lava, so we presume. The fucking walls are made out of some sort of a couch lining with the floral design and the creases and the buttons. And the ceiling is made out of baby vomit and hobo urine. And I am Josh, playing Sitting Simulator. But I must call it a night, unfortunately. I do hope that you've enjoyed this little trip of madness, and just, above all else, never stop using your imagination. That is the most fun that you can have. Because once you give that up, you've given away what makes you you. This is Josh, saying, peace! Sure. What is that I hear? I hear the creepy call.
What the fuck?
Maybe that's an X over there.
No!
Let's see what we
Josh!